Last Tuesday, news came out that former President Donald Trump wined and dined with white nationalist Nick Fuentes, apparently a guest of Kanye West at Mar-a-Lago. So, according to multiple news reports, let's go to the New York Times first. Mr. West traveled to meet with Mr. Trump at the club Mar-a-Lago and brought Mr. Fuentes along as a guest. Ah, yes. Let's just bring along. I mean, again, Kanye West, I don't want to call him Ye. I just don't, because it's a stupid name. Nonetheless, Mr. West. Well, anyway, he decides to bring along Nick Fuentes. Are you kidding me? Of all the people you could bring Candace. Oh, I'm sorry, Candace Owens isn't exactly friendly with Donald Trump now, so I guess you can't bring. Her. Oh, okay. I mean that's just. First of all, it's amazing, as some of you are already pointing out, bringing on someone who is an avowed racist doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But then again, it's Kanye, or Ye, and he's not exactly entirely mentally there. And I am not saying that to be ableist. I'm saying that these are some wildly ridiculous decisions that definitely have to be a product of you not being able to use your brain. So, I mean, that's really, really terrible. But okay, anyway. Now, a source familiar with the dinner conversation. Oh boy, let's get into the dinner. So they're having dinner, okay? And apparently Donald Trump, according to a source, told Axios that Trump was very taken with the white nationalist Nick Fuentes, the Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes. And of course, to be fair, that's after Fuentes spent nearly the entire dinner kissing Donald Trump's ass. Apparently, that's all you have to do. Paraphrasing the conversation, the source said that Fuentes told the president that he preferred him to be authentic. Be Donald Trump. Be Donald Trump. Just be more Trumpy. Be more yourself. That's it. Be more yourself. And that's all you have to be. Just be more of you. Be more open with the racism, because I love the racism. And I love it when you say weirdo stuff that's about the Jews. Definitely love that, because again, he's Nick Fuentes. Now, Trump responded, "You like it better when I just speak off the cuff?" Fuentes replied that he did, calling Trump an amazing president when he was unrestrained. Unrestrained. And by the way, as one of you points out, that Kanye is bipolar, right? No, bipolar doesn't make you bring a white nationalist to, to dinner with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. There's something else going on here. I don't know what it is, but there's something deeply wrong with Kanye, more than just his brain. So, I'm not trying to blame it all on mental illness, but I think there is definitely something wrong with his thinking. Like he just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a mental health specialist. It's crazy. But anyway, there's a lot of fawning back and forth, according to the source, which is great, wonderful. You just gotta love the white nationalists fawning over each other. That's gross, very, very, very gross. But anyway, now and okay, so look, Trump loves Nick Fuentes for many different reasons, I would imagine. In fact, in one recent video, I showed you this. He argued that after the midterms, after a lot of the Donald Trump endorsed and supported candidates lost, We should just, completely ignore democracy and not have voting anymore. We should just have a right-wing dictatorship. And that's it. So, of course, that's why Donald Trump loves it, because Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. Just because he likes telling other people what to do. There's more. Fuentes did tell Trump that he was disappointed that he wasn't supportive enough openly of the Capitol rioters. Trump actually responded that he agreed, but was told that he would, by his advisors, that he needed to be more presidential, as he now refers to himself as a politician, which is actually interesting because, wait, I thought Donald Trump didn't want to be called a politician or referred to as a politician. And that, that MAGA loved him because he wasn't a politician. But of course, the reason that MAGA actually really loves Donald Trump, not because says he's not a politician. No, it's because Donald Trump basically ran on owning the libs. That's the big reason. He owns the libs. He gives his followers permission to be the worst people imaginable to anyone outside the in-group. It's funny when I hear, like people in MAGA saying, we're the most loving, kind, wonderful people. And I realize if you're in the club, if you're in the group, if you're in the cult, that's true. They are all very, very nice to each other. But when it comes to anybody outside the club, anyone outside the group, well, there you go. So, again, Trump also gives platforms to the worst people, like Fuentes, gives them a platform, gives them cover. In fact, Trump asked if Fuentes was on social media, for example, Truth Social. Are you on Truth Social? Have you heard about it? It's fantastic. What is it?
Truth Central.
It's Truth Central, and it's very, very tremendous. You should be on Truth Central if you're not. No, he said, yeah, of course I'm on Truth Central social, sir. Of course. But I was banned from Getter. Trump asked whether it was because he was on the quote-unquote fringe of his supporter base. The source said Fuentes acknowledged that he was saying he's one of those people who got banned from everything. And for, of course, good reason. He is racist. He is anti-Semitic. Wants a dictatorship. He's anti-LGBT. He's an authoritarian. He doesn't believe in America. All that stuff. And I go back to Ye, right? Who apparently brought this guy along for some reason. Why is he traveling around with Ye? Apparently, it's been, noted that Ye is a huge anti-Semite, putting out weird anti-Semitic tweets, and also, according to former employees, had done and said very questionable things during interviews, all this stuff. And so when you look and when you really drill down into the far-right conspiracy theories, there's a lot of them. What does it always come down to? It always goes down to the Jews. That's it. And so that is something that Fuentes and Ye have in common, and Donald Trump as well. Because again, he's been noted as saying some pretty anti-Semitic things as well, and buying into those tropes and conspiracy theories. As such, by the way, Trump was very, very impressed with Fuentes, with sources telling the New York Times and Axios that at one point, Trump said of Fuentes, quote, "This guy, he gets me. He gets me. Oh, you see this guy? He gets me. He hates black people. I hate black people. Except for you, Kanye. You're one of the good ones. You're just one of the good ones. But everyone else, I hate the mainstream media. You hate the mainstream media. You like authoritarians? I am an authoritarian. You get me. I want to be in power. You want me in power. You understand me. The best people, the greatest people. And that really does show you and tell you everything you need to know about Donald Trump. Again, we already knew who Nick Fuentes is. If you've had the mispleasure of hearing about him before, if this is your first time, we've done some videos about him before. And they're pretty illuminating about how just much of a terrible person Fuentes is. And if you were an ally of Fuentes, if you're saying, oh, I like this guy, well, then, yeah, you're probably a terrible person too.